Hi, I'm Natalie Jill. Let's talk about how to lose body weight. How do we lose excess body weight? And my first question back to you is, are you looking to lose muscle or fat? Because they are different things. Now, there's a myth that muscle weighs more than fat. Muscle does not weigh more than fat. You heard me right. Muscle does not weigh more than fat. If you take 5 pounds of muscle and 5 pounds of fat, they both weigh 5 pounds on a scale. Both of them would weigh 5 pounds. However, muscle takes up much less space than fat. Muscle's a lot more dense. It takes up less space. Fat is going to take up a lot more space. So 5 pounds of each is exactly the same, but one takes up less space than the other. So most people would rather have that lean muscle than the excess fat. Now, when you're looking to lose that body fat, there's a few variables that need to happen. And the first step that I always recommend is to know your why. Now that might sound strange to you at first, but if we just jump into following a diet or following a workout plan because we want to lose weight, but we don't really understand why, we will tend to fall off track. And I can tell you, after helping tens of thousands of people lose weight and keep it off, this is the variable that sets my stuff apart from other programs. This is why. Because when you know your why, when you know the real reason you want to lose fat and you do it the healthy way, you are more likely to stick to those goals. If you're doing it just because you think you want to lose weight, but you don't know those long-term goals, it's a lot harder to stick to them. So once you know your why, that's the first step. There's a few things that are key to know. The way to lose overall body fat is to know how to do it through exercise and nutrition. Now here's something to consider. It takes about 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat. That means you have to create a deficit of 3,500 calories in your diet to lose 1 pound of fat. Now, how do you do that? The safest, most effective way is to slowly deplete your calories over the course of a week. And to do that, not just through diet, but also through exercise. So you want to create a deficit in calories through your exercise, but also in your food without going too low. So a good rule of thumb is to think, if I'm currently eating this amount of food, can I take out 500 calories a day, maybe 250 through diet, and another 250 through your workout? If you do that, you're creating a deficit of about 500 calories a day, which should equal 1 pound of fat in a week. Now, it's critical to know not to go too low on your calories. When we go too low, we get ourselves in starvation mode. And although a temporary fast or some brief moments of that is fine, the long-term effects of that is not good. So I never recommend going too low on your calories. But if you create that deficit through your diet and in intensity and training daily, you're going to lose that weight. Now, 2 pounds of fat per week is a safe rule of thumb for most individuals, because that would take creating a deficit of about 1,000 calories a day. So if you think about that, 1,000 calories a day, maybe 500 through your diet, 500 through your intensity and training, that's about 2 pounds a week. And if you're eating a safe amount of calories throughout the day, and you're staying active, that's a safe and healthy amount to lose. Now, there are some exceptions to that rule. If you have a lot to lose, if you are very overweight, if you're obese and you switch from an unhealthy diet and unhealthy sedentary, not being active, if you switch to a healthy diet and now you're being more active, you may lose more weight more rapidly because you have a lot more to lose. The other exception to the rule is if you've been dieting for years and years and you've put your body through extreme measures, your body may want to hold on to more fat, so you might lose at a slower pace. And the closer you get to your goal, the more your body's going to want to hold on to fat. So to lose overall body weight, you want to first look at, am I trying to lose muscle or fat? If you're losing fat and you're after that, you've got to create a deficit through your food, and you've got to increase your exercise regimen so you're burning and using those calories, and you are using more calories than you're consuming in a day. And that's how you'll lose your overall body fat. Now, one last thing to keep in mind is all calories are not created equal. That's right, they're not created equal. Eating a bunch of candy is not the same as eating a bunch of vegetables. Even if it's the same calorie amount, your body's going to use the nutrients from the healthy food a lot differently than it's going to use the fake food. If you're eating a lot of high sugar food, you're gonna create an insulin spike, which is gonna make it so you are holding on to fat and in fat storing mode. It's also going to make you hungrier, so you eat more. And you're also gonna be eating artificial things from that, which could contribute to bloat and extra weight as well. So eating real, natural, unprocessed foods, creating a deficit through exercise and your diet, and you'll be well on your way to losing that overall body weight. Now for help with this, please check out my programs below. I've got a lot of programs to help you with this. The 7-Day Jumpstart has helped tens of thousands of people like you lose the weight at a safe rate and keep it off. That's right, you lose the weight at a safe rate and you keep it off because you learn the habits to do it right. Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you subscribe to my channel below and check out my other videos. See you next time, bye.